Hello, yes, and we are live. How are you tonight? How has the week been? Let me know in the comments. How has your week been? Mine has flown so fast. I can't believe it's the end of April. This month, I tell you, it has gone so fast. I cannot believe we are actually here. How has the first quarter been? And we're already in the second quarter of this year. What plans have you got for this year? And how do you think those plans are unfolding? Let me know in the comment how this year, how this month has been for you. And are you on track to be able to meet your targets, your goals, your desires, and your plans for the rest of this year? Let me know them in the comment. If you're just joining us for the very first time and you're wondering who is on your screen tonight, my name is Tosin John of the T Angel Business Show, where we bring you the stories, the challenges, the lessons, and above all, the knowledge, mindset, strategies, and inspiration for you to be able to build a momentum building plans for you to grow a profitable and a successful business on your terms. The aim and the mission of the T Angel Business Show that is on your screen tonight is to be able to bring you the stories, the challenges, and all of the struggles of entrepreneurs who have been able to, push against the odds, and they've been successful in their different fields, in their different sectors, in order for you to understand what it takes to build and grow a profitable and a successful business. I tell you, the journey is not for the faint-hearted, but some people have been able to excel in everything that they've been desiring to do, and they have been able to come out on the other end. And our aim is to be able to bring you their stories, is to be able to bring you all of the things that has helped them along the journey in order for you to be inspired, empowered, to be able to take the right steps in the right direction. And if this has been something that is of interest to you, I have somebody with me here today. Okay, is an entrepreneur. Tonight we are discussing all about being an author, how to become an author. Let me know in the comment where you are joining us from tonight. Thank you from Central London. Thank you for joining in tonight. It's wonderful to have you again. I know you are consistent and you show up every time. Thank you, Ayodele Alakita, for joining every single time. Tonight, I'm bringing somebody onto the show tonight, somebody that is a very dear friend we've known for a very long time. And all this past week, I was privileged to be able to join in a special challenge about being an author that it was able to, plan and bring together. And I was privileged to learn a lot this week. I'll tell you, my mind has been blown and is here right tonight to bring you more information about how you can become an author, and not just become an author, but how to make a business out of your books. So it's none other than Tunji Olujimi is the author, is an author himself, is the author of 5 different books. I tell you, I'm struggling to write one book and I've been trying for years, but he's already done 5. So you can imagine. So this is the expert himself that is coming on tonight to tell us a lot more about how we can actually bring out the book in us, because according to him, he believes that everybody has got a message in them to be able to share with the world. There is a story you've got to tell. There is something about you. It could be about you. It could be about your life. It could be about your experience. It could be about what you've gone through in life that could teach others, that could leave a legacy for people that are even yet to be born, about what life is really all about what your experience has been. And the goal is to be able for you to, write your books, is gifted to be able to bring out the best in you. Is also the creator of the Accelerated Authors Academy, where they help you to write your books in as less as 90 days. Can you believe that? In as less as 90 days for you to publish that book and make a business actually of that book. All right, I'm going to bring him on screen right now. All right, are you ready? Let's
Yes.
How are you, Tunji Olujimi?
Fine.
How are you?
Thank
Wonderful
you
to
very much.
have you tonight. It's so great to have you. How have you been? I know the week has been so busy for you because you've been running a 5-day challenge about kingdompreneurs, how to become, how to, write the God-given book in you. How has it been? So who is Tunji? Can we get to know you more?
Thank you very much, Tosin, for having me on air.
It's wonderful to have
First of
you.
all, where is it being shown live so I can share it?
Okay,
Is it on Facebook
let me get
or
this because sometimes I always do get this mixed up. So I want to make sure I also get the link live. Okay, just give me one sec.
that's fine. So, people, thank you. I'm Tunji Olujimi. I'm a book author coach. I'm a pastor, a worship leader, a husband, um, a business owner. So I help people write and publish their own books and use that book to, write, to share their God given message and build a business with that book. And we've just completed, just an hour ago, we've
Hmm.
completed the 5-day Kingdompreneurs
Wow, that's
Publishing
awesome.
Challenge, and it was amazing.
I
I had
know.
10 about 10, 11 different speakers from around the world, world
Hmm,
class speakers teaching us on how to write a book, how to publish, how to launch, how to market, how to build a business
hmm.
around the book, and how to share your God given message. And I'm telling you, it was fantastic. So if you want to learn how to write and publish a book, then you're definitely in the right place. And I'll be showing you how you can do that today. Thank you.
All right. So just for you to know, I've already put the link into the comment for you to share. So everyone, please joining us live today. I want you to share because there's a lot of things that Tunji is going to share with us tonight. So it's his journey to become an author with Tunji Olujimi, the author coach. So can I ask? Okay, so what in a nutshell is Tunji Olujimi, and how did you become the authorpreneur?
So Tunji Olujimi, basically, I was born premature. I weighed 1 pound, I had a hole in my heart, and I needed an operation. And thank God, me and my twin sister are still alive. This
Oh,
year, we'll be
thank you.
celebrating our 40th birthday.
Wow.
And grew up, not knowing what really I was going to do in life, not knowing
Mm,
how to really go about things. Even though I got saved at a young age, I still wasn't completely sure. At first, I thought, okay, I'm going to do accounting. That's what I studied. Went to university, did accounting,
mm,
but I didn't do as great. I grew up having dyslexia, so because of that, I didn't do as great as I thought I
mm,
probably could have done. Also, there was a period in my life where I stayed home for about 5 years, being a full-time carer for my mom, and
mm.
that was the time when I started my book. So during that time of being a full-time carer is when the download, for my first book about
Okay.
worship came, and wrote that book on worship, launched it after my mom passed away,
Oh, okay.
and then wrote a second book and then a third book.
Hmm.
And people started asking, how do you write books?
That's
And
just
that's when I
it. Yeah.
started the business in 2015. And I've helped people from 2015 till now, write and publish their
Yeah.
own books. So it's been an amazing journey doing
Awesome.
this.
Awesome. So, if I can ask, okay,
Yeah.
what does the journey to becoming an author really looks like from the time you actually have the thought to write a book? Do you just think of a topic, or do you just think of, okay, there's something in me that I really wish to share? And what challenges do you think you could face at that time when you tell yourself, I really want to write a book?
Um, the journey it depends on each individual, to be honest.
Hmm,
But the first thing you need to understand is you need to believe. I'd love
hmm.
to probably share my screen and just show you some stuff, but it's fine.
Absolutely.
I can just talk. You need
Absolutely.
to
You can, yeah,
believe.
you're free to share the screen. It's perfectly
Okay,
fine.
let me share my screen and then I'll just take you through a presentation. If
Okay.
that helps.
That will really
And
help my
then
audience.
yeah, then that way, we can just get going. So
Hmm.
yeah, let me share my screen. Um, Oh yeah, StreamYard. Okay, that's fine. So it's working today. Oh no, it's going into a page, not a group. Yeah, it's been messing up lately. Okay,
Yeah.
so let us share screen, and then I will take you through um, some of these things. All right, so 84% of people want to write and publish a book. Okay, but be, most people don't get there. So the first part of that journey, so you need to first believe. You need to believe. And this is what I tell people to say. I am an author. If I see it in my mind, I can hold it in my hands and I can make my book a reality.
Wow.
Okay? I am an author. If I see it in my mind, I can, hold it in my hands and I can make my book a reality.
Awesome.
Because you first need to tell yourself that it is possible.
Hmm.
Because if you don't tell yourself it's possible, no one else will.
Yes.
So you first need to believe it. So these are the reasons why people don't even start writing their book because they say, "Oh, I'm fearful, I'm afraid because I probably don't have a story, or even if I have a story, who's gonna want to read my story?" People say, "I have nothing to say now. I can't
Hmm.
talk about anything. I can't write about anything.
Hmm.
My life is not great. My life is not important." But we all have something to say because we've been through experiences, we've been
Hmm.
through life.
True.
We have families, we have either a business or you're working a 9 to 5 or you're a Christian, you have a relationship with God. So
Hmm.
there's something that you can write about.
True.
Some people say it's already been done before, but hey, it
It
doesn't
has
really matter.
been done by you.
Yeah, because whatever book you're gonna write, someone else has written it.
Hmm.
Someone else has written it, but you're going to bring it from a different angle. So
True.
you need to believe that what you're going to say is important. Some people don't write their books because they they believe what other people say about them. If they told me, if I believed what they said, "Oh, I'm stupid, I'm dumb because I have dyslexia and all that stuff," I wouldn't do what I'm doing right now. But if just let it come in and go out, that's good. And you keep going and do what you need to do. Some people don't write their books because they say they don't have money, but sometimes you don't need money to start. You just need your laptop and Microsoft Word.
and, and the inspiration.
And the inspiration to get started. Some
True.
people say they don't have enough time. That is a lie because we all have the same time as Elon Musk. We all have the same time as Bill Gates, the same time
Hmm.
as presidents. But what are you doing with your time?
True.
What
Okay.
are you doing with your time?
Hmm.
You need to be able to create the time for what you love. If you
True.
love something enough, you will create the time for it.
Yes.
So
As
if
they
you
always say, if
mm,
you want something so bad, you will make time for it. But if you don't have the passion for it, you will make excuses.
that's it. You will make excuses.
Great.
So if you know that I want to write a book, even though I want to become an author, I want to share the message that God has put on my heart,
Hmm.
then you will make sure that you create the time for
Fine.
it. Do you even know that all you need is 1 hour a day?
Hmm.
One of the ladies on the challenge, yesterday, I was like, wow, that's so great. Even though I don't share it that way, I share 1 hour a day. But the way she put it was, all you need to do is 300 words a day.
Wow.
300 words a day, and you're writing a book in the next 3 to 6 months.
Wow. That
So
is that
the
is
time is there.
true.
The time is always there, but you need to create the time for what you love. You need to push yourself because no one else is going to push you.
No, no. I've, fo-
No
I've
one
found
else.
out that you are the only one that can actually get yourself moving in the right direction to do whatever you want to do because life happens. So
Life.
you've got to make sure that you find a good reason why you have to keep pushing. If it means so much to you and because I keep having that nudge. I keep seeing things around me that keeps telling me that book is still waiting. You haven't finished it. And, but I'm like, okay, I keep pushing it to the back. But, this past week and your challenge has really challenged me to really
Mm.
get going. So which is really awesome. That's why these challenges are quite good, because they're like a wake-up call for you to, get things moving.
Yeah, definitely. So
Okay.
I've been on amazing challenges recently from last year because of COVID. That's challenged me to do what I'm doing now. Challenges and, you know, more courses, more training.
Mm,
That's what challenges do. It challenges you to do something.
mm.
So if you want to write your book, I'm challenging you now. You need to push yourself because no one else will
Is
push
going
you.
to do that for you. Okay, so how do okay, now we're motivated, we want to really write the book. So how do you choose a title? How do you come up with content that will really, because you just don't want to write for the sake of writing. Like you said, everything that someone wants to write, someone else has probably written about it. So how do you come up with topic, with contents that will really make impact in the life of people, and that you will be, you have something you hold in your hands that you're proud of?
Okay. So I talk about the 5 W's. That's the first thing you need to first understand before you start writing.
Mm,
Before you start creating the content, understand the 5 W's.
okay.
Why do you want to write the book in the first place? What is your why to writing your book? What is your why to becoming an author? Because if you don't know your why,
Hmm.
then you're probably not going to stick with it. You're probably not even going to get the content done because there's no why pushing you forward to actually get that content done. Then you need to understand, what am I writing about? Because if you want to create content, there must be a what for that content. So, what topic, what area of focus are you going to stick with? Don't just say you're writing a book on finance because that's broad. You need to be able to narrow down and
Yeah,
niche
niche
down
down.
and say, okay, I want to write a book on finance, but a book that talks about how to save money, or maybe how to save, okay, like a client of mine, her book is how to save 10,000 pounds a year.
Mm,
That's a book on finance, but it's talking about saving,
yes.
which is part of
It's
finance.
very
Very
specific.
niche.
You
Yeah.
know.
So you need to niche down on your area. You have to really find out exactly what topic do I want to write about. Is it self-help? Is it business? Is it faith? So you need to determine the category of that topic.
Mm, that's
Okay.
that's very
Then
very.
you need to understand, who are you writing for? Who are you writing for? Who is this book for? Because everybody is not going to read your book.
Mm,
Oh, everybody is not going to read your book. So you need to understand that, hey, I need to know exactly the person that's going to see my book title, see my book cover, and say, yes,
this is
that
me.
is the book for me.
Mm,
You ask people, oh, who's gonna buy your products and services? Oh, everybody.
everybody.
Like, it can't be everybody. It can't
Mm,
be everybody. It's not everybody that's gonna buy your book. It's not everybody that wants your business.
true. True.
It's not everybody that likes you.
Absolutely. You're right about
So you
that.
need to find the people that like you so
Mm,
that they can buy your book. So those that are attracted to you and your message,
mm,
those are your tribe.
excellent.
Those are your clients. Those are your customers.
Mm,
Those are your buyers. So
wow.
determine who are these individuals. Then, when is the book coming out? You need to have a when. You need to know exactly when this book is going to be released. Because if you're writing with no date in mind, if you're writing with no deadline, then there's a problem because you're
I
probably
think
never
that's
going to
where,
finish the
yeah,
book.
that's where a lot of us fall short, because we don't give it a specific time. We just have the desire to write and to launch a book, but we don't have a time speculated to actually release or launch it?
Yeah. So when you're going to write your book, you put a time frame. Okay, the next 90 days is my time frame for writing this book. And that will keep you focused
Hmm.
because there's a time frame to it. When you go to uni, there's a time frame. It's either a 2 year course, a 3 year course,
Yeah.
a 1 year. There's a time frame. So what time frame are you using to actually get your book done?
Mm.
The last W, where is your book going?
Mm.
You must understand, where do you want this book to go? Because if there's no destination for the book, that's going to be an issue. If it's just going on Amazon, that's okay. But what
Mm.
next? Like we talked about on the challenge today, you can build a business with your book. So where do you want your message to go? Where do you want your message to get to? How useful do you want your message in that book to be? Do you want to be able to touch lives, or do you just want to touch readers? You can touch
Mm.
readers but not impact their life. Impacting their lives mean they get your book, but after getting your book, they buy your course, they buy your coaching program. They do business with you that transforms their lives.
Hmm.
So there must be a where, not just leaving the book on Amazon, but building a ecosystem, building something beyond the book.
Hmm.
So
That's where the legacy comes in.
that's where the legacy comes in. Yes, legacy is there because you've written the book, which is great. But when you look at people like Jack Canfield,
Hmm.
you know, people like Brian Tracy, and all these guys that have written books, but they have built empires with those books.
Books, yeah. They build a movement.
They build a movement with
They
that book.
build a community that people that
They
will
thrive.
become something just like the one you mentioned this afternoon. Um,
Miracle Morning
Miracle Morning, exactly. As in, it's no longer a book. It has become a movement. It
become
has
a
become,
movement.
it's become something that it's living of its own.
Yeah. And that's what we need to think like. That's why we need to think like authorpreneurs, so that you're not just an author, but you are someone that is building a business with your book.
Book. Awesome. Okay, so what sort of different book formats are available? Because some people look at, oh, I want to write a book, and the thought of that just becomes overwhelming to them. But are there soft? Because I know there are ebooks, there are sort of different things, PDF, and things that people can actually do that it's not overwhelming, because people look at books and they just think of 500 pages book, and they don't even want to think about it or even start
Yeah.
at all. What's your tip for the format that we can start with, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of every sort of
Okay.
format that you have?
So there's four different formats: paperback,
Mm.
ebook, Kindle book, and audiobook.
Awesome.
To me, there's no disadvantages.
Mm.
To me, they're all advantages, but you decide when you want to do all four. You
Mm.
don't need to do all four. You can start with a paperback book. Most people only do paperback and Kindle, or paperback and ebook. Most people do, or some people do all four of them. If you
Mm.
have the money, because to do an audio book is not cheap.
True.
You're you're going into a studio,
Studio, yes.
you're gonna you have to edit it and all that. So it's expensive. It's not cheap.
Mm.
So I tell people, don't think about audiobook straight away. Start with a paperback book or a Kindle book. A
Mm.
Kindle is even the cheapest to do anyway, and you don't need to write a big book. A Kindle book could be 5,000 words.
Mm.
5,000 words, you can write that in one day.
Wow. I love to do that.
You can write that in one day. My book on how to write a book fast is just 5,000 words or just over, and I did it in a day. So you can, because it's possible.
Mm.
Like we said, if you break it up into 1 hour a day, you can write your book fast. So
Mm.
you can either, you know, write the book as in type it, or you can speak the book. If you speak the book, then it's even faster.
True.
You can
Because some
speak,
people are naturally good speakers. They are already they speak more than they can write. So which
yeah,
is quite good to understand, because over time and then during this challenge, it helped me to see that I don't really need to sit down with a pen and a paper to actually write. I can talk, and because I do Facebook lives, I do
yeah,
this business show, I do lots of different things. It helps me to know that all of the things I'm saying, they can actually be spoken out as a book as well. If I'm
yeah,
discussing on a topic, I can elaborate on it.
yeah,
And that's already a book. I don't need to really sit down. So which is it really helps us to take the overwhelm away from the fact that
from,
I don't
yeah,
need to sit down to actually take pen and paper to write a book, which is quite awesome to know.
definitely,
Okay,
definitely.
all right. So, what are some of the tips or secrets or strategies that will really help us with because it doesn't actually stop at writing the book. When you've written your book, what comes next? What are all the steps? And then, so what's your view, or what's your take on after writing the book? How do you launch it? How do you get it out there?
Okay, so before you even finish writing the book, you need to start thinking about how to launch it. So
Wow.
you need to have a plan of, okay, that's why the date is important, having a
Mm,
timeline, so that that helps you work towards when you're going to launch the book.
mm,
So when the book is all done, they need to start thinking of your book cover design, the publishing process, which is your book cover design, your editing, your proofreading, your typesetting, your formatting, getting the
wow.
book ready to be launched.
Hmm.
Okay. So once all that is done, you if you want to do the book yourself, you can go on websites like Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, and find a book cover designer, a formatter, an editor, proofreader that can help you do all of those things.
True.
You know, you do need to pay to get things done. It's not going to be free.
Yeah, but it helps you to speed up all of the moving parts. So you don't need to sit and think, oh, I need to format, I need to edit.
Yeah,
And it's also good to have someone else doing those things for you,
for
because
you.
you're
Yeah,
already in your book, and you will not see the mistakes anyways.
yeah. But also, even if you're going to use Fiverr, you need to really, really check properly for the person that's going to do your book and make sure they have 5-star ratings, they have a lot of reviews so that you know they're professional. If you're going to pay $5 to edit your book, then that's a problem because that's not going
Yeah.
to be a good book. So you
Nah,
need to
you
make
get
sure
what you
you're
pay for.
spending, you get what you pay for. So you need to make sure you're spending quite a bit to get the book done properly and professionally. Okay. And then once all that is done, then you now need to choose your platform of where the book is going to be distributed and launched. So is it going to be Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, which is owned by Amazon? Is it going to be Ingram Spark, which is owned by Lightning Source? Is it going to be, Draft to Digital? You need to, or Lulu.com. You need to choose your platform of where
Mhm.
you want the book to be launched. The simplest and easiest one is KDP, Kindle
Keep
Direct
doing that
Publishing. It's
condition.
free to use, simple, easy to navigate, and you can launch your book in 24 hours. Once it's all ready, you've done all the publishing process, the editing, proofreading, cover design, all that is ready. You go on there, put in all your details, you press publish. Within 24 hours, your book is out in the world.
Wow.
Okay?
That
But
is awesome.
before then,
Hmm.
launching the book, that's so part of launching the book is getting it distributed on that platform, but you need to have a launching strategy. So are you going to have a launch team, a team of people that's going to help you publicize the book?
Hmm.
So you need to bring in a team of maybe 10, 20 people that you say, hey, I'm launching my book and I need you guys to help me publicize this to everyone that you know. But on the day that the book is being launched, I need all of you to buy the book.
Hmm.
Okay. And then that week of the book being launched, I need all of you to leave a review on that book because that's part of your launch strategy. That's what helps you to become a bestseller. If you get maybe 50 to 100 people buy the book on the day of launch, you become a bestseller.
Wow. Wow.
But
That is
also,
gold. That is golden news there. That is golden news.
you need to be in the right category on Amazon.
Yeah, that
So
is
you need
another
to
thing.
research your categories, and so all you need to do is go on Amazon and go, to books. You click on the book, you scroll all the way down where it says,
Mm,
bestseller status, and you see it will say 3 different categories. So look at different categories that books are in for the book that you're trying to write, something that relates to your type of book, and just look at categories and choose the 3 ones that you think is okay and make
mm,
sure that you pick the right ones.
mm.
Okay, so you can use something called, Kindle Spy to help you with your keyword optimization for categories. So you have the right category, the right keywords that will help people look for your book and buy your book on the day of launch.
Wow, this is awesome. Trust me. Hi guys, please, if you have any questions for Pastor Tunji, please put them in the comments because although I prepared some questions for him, but because this is a live show, it's going to be great to make it even more interactive. It's shared lots of golden information. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll be sending them over to him whilst I still, I've come with the questions just so that we get the most out of him. This, what is sharing with us, this is the paid product in his academy. So please let's make use of the opportunity that is given to us by coming on the show. Okay, people. All right. So I think you've answered this question, but I'm just going to still because there might be things that you will share whilst I say this. So
Okay.
how do you, the marketing, what platforms do you that are best for you to market your book and make sales? Do you have to use Amazon only, or can you put them into not libraries but into bookshops like physical bookshops? So how do you do that? Is it once it's available on Amazon, then you print, then you take it directly to all these bookshops, or is there a way to navigate that area?
Okay, so marketing your book is basically what you're going to do to get visibility. That's different from, making sales. So making sales is more of, where is your book going to be and people buy it. Amazon is the biggest store in the world.
Mm,
So why not put your book on Amazon? Yes, your book can be on Barnes and Nobles, and Ingram and Lulu and Scribe and all these other platforms, but Amazon is the biggest.
mm,
Bookstores are closing down because of
true.
Amazon.
Mm,
So, yes, it's great that your books can be in bookstores, but to be honest, bookstores are going to close down. So trying to get your books in bookstores for now to me doesn't really make sense because everything's going to go online. So focus on getting your book on Amazon. So when you do publish with KDP, you have an option, okay, of doing extended distribution. And extended distribution means they can put it on Barnes and Nobles and all these other websites, but they're going to charge you a bit more for doing that because they believe they're the best, they're the biggest, so you don't need to use other platforms.
all of this.
But
Oh,
you
okay.
can, what
Mm,
most people do is they use KDP, they use Ingram Spark, they use Lulu.com so that they can, take
great
advantage of
everything.
all of them. But
Mm,
it is a lot of work doing that. You don't have to do that, but you can.
can.
Most people just stay on Amazon. It's simple, it's easy. That's where most people go and buy books. So
Mm,
to me, stay on Amazon, but have a strategy, a marketing strategy of having a launch team, then find websites that you can use to get the word out there that you've written a book. So there's different websites. So like I said, Fiverr.com and all these websites you can use to find a virtual assistant that can help you spread the news for your book. You
Mm,
know, if you're already in business and you have a list, you can use your list to market your book.
true.
You know, so you need to find different ways that works for you.
Hmm. Okay, and then the final question here I have is how will me becoming an author will help? How would it help me to establish myself as an authority in my field? Say, I'm a health coach and I have a book about fitness, about how to lose weight. How will that, make me, above the peers in my industry or set me apart?
Okay. If you look at the word authority, the first five letters in there is author. That's where the word authority came from.
I
So
like that.
when you want to say you're an authority, is because you're an author on that topic.
Hmm. Right.
Most people will rather go with an health coach that has a book than someone that doesn't,
True.
because they've shown that they know the subject and they've written it. It's like, you know, when you write a thesis, when you write papers and all those, you know, people in the science world, they write papers and all these things. And that's why
Yeah,
people want to know their stuff, because they've written something about that
that's
topic.
it. Hmm.
So that's how it is with authors. When you've written a book, it shows that you know the topic inside out.
Out.
You
True.
don't need to wait to become an authority. You write a book to become an authority.
Hmm.
Okay, you write the book to become the authority and the expert in that field, because your
Good.
book can open doors to
Hmm.
speaking engagements and coaching programs and all these other things that you can do with a book. So you need to find out, once I've written a book, how can I build myself with this book as an expert in my field? What are the things that I can do to make me known as the expert? So, do you need to start going on podcasts, on speaking on summits, speaking on challenges, speaking on stages,
Hmm.
going on radio, on TV, and all these things? And that's what a book can do for you. It can open up all these doors that makes you be seen as an expert in your field.
Hmm. Wow. That is such great insight. All right. Thank you so much, Pastor. It has been a wonderful, wonderful session with you tonight. Okay, so I know that you have an academy where you help people to become authors, to not just become authors but to become entrepreneur, because it goes beyond them writing the book. It
Yeah.
makes, just to make sure that after writing the book, every process that makes it into a business is what you're all about. So can you expatiate more on how this is done and how people can get to be part of the academy if they wanted to write their book and become entrepreneurs?
Okay, so I have an academy called Accelerated Authors Academy. That's the name of the company, but the program is called the Authorpreneurs Coaching Program. It's
Mm,
a 90-day program to take you from idea to entrepreneurial author in 90 days. So help you with the five W's that I spoke about. Okay. And then I have a six-step system. Okay. Which is plan your book, prepare your book, pen your book, promote your book, publish your book, and profit from your book. And we'll be working through those six steps during the 90 days to help you plan the book using the five W's, help you prepare the book by doing something else that helps you get all your book out of your head and onto paper, then show you how to actually get the book written, then promoting the book, publishing it using the platforms I've spoken about, then building a business around the book, kind of what I've spoken about, and showing you, systems that you can use to do that. So that's what the program is about. You can go to www.acceleratedauthorsacademy.com/APC, and that's where you can find all the information about the book, about the program, the book coaching program, and you'll be able to just get all the information there.
So, if you give me I just want to make sure I put it in the comment. So it's www.acceleratedauthoracademy.com. Authors with
Authors
S.
Academy. Yep, so I'm posting it now. I've just posted
Oh,
it.
all right, that's great.
So accelerated.authors.academy.com/APC. And
Awesome.
you're going to find all the information about the program. And I would love to work with you guys. Yeah, to show you how you can write and publish your book and get it out and build a business around it. I believe God wants us to share our message. You know, we all have a message, we all have a story. And now is that time to share it with the world.
Absolutely. All right. Please send your love, send your likes to Pastor for me because it's been wonderful tonight. I'm telling you, I've learned so much in this week of his challenge. If you still want to, all of the things, because he had so many people on the challenge, a lot of experts to speak on that challenge. So you can still, you can send him a message on Facebook, on his Instagram page. You can put your Instagram page in the chat as well so that you can still be part of that challenge. The challenge is officially over, but the videos are still available. There is a lot to learn. There were so many experts, and they broke down how you can actually, from a book, begin to make as little as £5,000 per month just for being an author. Just from even a lead magnet from your free ebook, you can start to make money. And this is something, if you have already the passion is already in you, you already have something. Some of us, we don't even know we have those books in us, and this
Mm,
is someone that is able to actually bring out. Sometimes we have things that are dormant in us, and until somebody actually comes in to open up those things that we're bottling up, and then God has given him that insight to be able to bring out the book in us. So let us be part of this movement. This is the time. There is no better time than today for you to become an author, and not just an author, but be an entrepreneur. And there's no better person that I know of that is going to be able to guide you. He's got the knowledge, the experience, he's got everything. He has not only written his own books, but he has also coached people to become authors. I tell you, I was on his website today and I was blown away. So there is no better time. And I feel privileged to have you tonight, Pastor Tunji, to be
thank you very
a
much.
guest on the show. Thank you so much. Can everyone just send a likes for me for Pastor and to thank him for being on the show
Thank
tonight?
you.
It was really a privilege to have you. And we will look forward to also not just having you once again to, to share more insights as you learn more, as you grow more in the author field, but also to impact us more in other ways that we can actually build on after we've written our book, how we can actually build more on that. And up until next time that we see you again on the T Angel Business Show, don't forget that you have what it takes to be, do, and have whatever you desire in life. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because that which you need to become great is already in you. You just need to tap into it to become who you have been destined to be. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. And until I see you again on the T Angel Business Show, have a wonderful one. Thanks and good night.